Hello family, Corey here. I wanted to make a video to update you all on what I have been doing over the last 3 years. I know that I've been MIA or quiet, or many of you have not seen me or heard from me. It's because I have been here in Africa, Kenya specifically, on the coast of Kenya, on a small island called Lamu. Lamu is located right on the Indian Ocean. It is a World Heritage Site, also predominantly Muslim and Swahili culture, but it is a beautiful, beautiful place, and a place that I've grown to call home. So I just wanted to update you on what I've been doing here. You see behind me, 3 years ago, I invested in some land here on the undeveloped side of the island. And on this side, there's no water, there's no electricity. Everything is off-grid. Everything is run by, if you live here, everything is run on natural resources. So you have to use solar, you have to harvest rainwater to use for water supply. We have to dig wells to use ocean water for plumbing and sewages, etc. So I'll show you everything that I've been doing, but I wanted to start here. Show this is what it looked like when I first came here. This all bushland. These are acacia trees and very dry land here. So this road here did not exist. So me and my team, we had to clear this whole road, and it stretches maybe about a mile up to the main road there. But we had to clear this pathway with just using what we call pangas or machetes and shovels. So that took us about 3 weeks or so to clear this road. And again, my plot of land looked just like this here. And I'll take you to the results of all of our clearing and cleaning that we've done 3 years ago. So come with me. This is what we call Shwari land. Shwari is a Swahili word which means peace, which means calm. It's also the brand that I've created over the last 3 years. My nickname here on the island is Shwari, and so I wanted to create a space that represents not only my brand, but also a place that represents peace and connection and just safety, a place where people can come to connect and have a good time, be themselves, and experience love, So I wanted this place to reflect that. I wanted it to be colorful, full of art, full of nature. And when I first came here, when I first bought the land, I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know what the vision would be. I just saw the opportunity. This is 2 acres here. If you can see, I'll take you on the tour around it, but this is 2 acres. And come with me on this side here. Beyond this fence here is an additional 2 acres that we also purchased. So in total, there's 4 acres. This side I have started developing on, but on that side I have not touched yet. So that will be the next project for the future. But in total, we're working with 4 acres. So let's go for a tour here. I'll start you here at the well. Again, remember when I bought this, everything looked like that first plot that I showed you, just all bush, just trees, dirt, soil. All of this was covered with trees. Over time, we cleared, using our machetes. We cleared, we burned, and one day I sat down and did a simple sketch on paper, because this plot is pretty much a perfect rectangle. So my creative juices started to flow once things became more clear, and we were sleeping in tents. Like, as we were doing the work, we were sleeping in tents, me and my team. Like, we would spend the night here and camp out. And over time, I decided I wanted to do like a campground slash ATV park, like the four-wheeler quad bikes, because this side of the island is perfect. Like, the terrain is perfect for quad biking. That idea didn't last long. We'll come this way. So one of the many lessons that I learned living here in Lamu is that things are expensive, comparable to the cost of construction and building in America. Again, this is an island, so everything is imported. There are no construction materials or anything that is produced here. We have to import everything. So logistics, transportation, cost of materials, everything is super inflated, and logistically, just moving things from the ocean to back here on the land, requires a lot of, it's costly. It requires a lot of manpower, and that was a hard lesson for me to learn as time went on. So my plans of building an ATV park quickly changed, and I stuck with the campground theme. So one of the first things that I built here was a well. Come closer. As I said, there's no fresh water here in Lamu, but we do have ocean water. If you dig down farther enough, you'll touch water. It's salt water, and we use this water to power our sewages, like flushing toilets, anywhere from washing dishes to multi-purposes. The good thing is it's natural, so we have an unlimited supply for now of ocean water. In Kenya, I still wanted to reflect, I wanted to be all African inspired. It doesn't matter which country, which culture. I wanted to be a combination. I wanted to be a space where everyone feels welcome. So throughout, you'll see different patterns that I've incorporated to reflect different cultures. I haven't updated it now, so it's a bit worn now. And every rainy season, more and more, the paint fades more and more. So we'll be updating that soon. So as we begin to develop, this concrete structure was once just sticks and rope, a structure that I had erected. This was our original kitchen. But as time went on, as I got more money, I turned it into a concrete structure for the purpose of one of our kitchens here. So now inside we have a deep freezer, a sink. So this is what we use to keep our food cold and refrigerated. Here, these are my two vehicles here that I invested in because it's necessary to have transportation. Again, the ocean, the beach, seafront is about a good 10-15 minute walk from here to the beachfront. So again, this is an island, so everything is imported through the water, through boats. So once you reach land, you have to then transport using vehicles. Most people use donkeys, some use motorbikes, and others like us, we have these tuk-tuks, flatbed, and this is how we transport our materials, our guests, everything that we need. This structure I built last year. This is a seating area. It's very beautiful at nighttime when it lights up. This is a place where people, my guests, can come. This is a place where my guests can come and sit, relax, eat, drink, just chill. Come closer. Right now we haven't cleaned, so it needs to be swept. So I'll just give you the outside view of it here. Look, I can upload photos how this looks at nighttime. It's really beautiful. Try to speed this tour up. Yeah. These are my toilets. Don't with me, walk fast, walk fast. Take a look here. These are my toilets. Again, the plumbing is salt water, ocean water from the well. And we even have a shower here, but these are saltwater showers. Yeah. This is our another sitting area, but this was the original dance floor. So as time went on, the campground sort of evolved into a sort of nightclub, if you will. I don't like using the term nightclub, but that's people come here to party. We have events, game nights, dinners, just anything that brings people together. People like to come here and chill and be in nature. So this is one of our first dance floors here. At nighttime, everything is solar, so we have solar lights around the perimeter of the ceiling here. These chairs were repurposed wood pallets that we turned into chairs. These hammocks, I bought these from US from Five Below, $5 hammocks, but they add to the ambiance, and people just want to relax. We have space for them. Come and see the bar here. This is my bar. So again, Shawariland is an official business registered here in Kenya. We have our business license, we have our alcohol license here, which has to be renewed every year. Bar menu, TV, come. Have our stall back here for more storage. We love the animals. So come, let me show you the rest. Artwork. Inside, this is our powerhouse here. So inside we have our solar system. Again, being on this side, you have to have solar because there is no electricity. So our solar system is inside here. It's a mess, but I can give you a quick glance. We're operating on four solar batteries, our inverter. So this is enough to run the whole compound, and then some. And just in case we ever go down, we have 2 generators here. We have our sound system. I invested in a good quality sound system. Speakers, microphones, amp, crossover, everything that a DJ would need or a band would need to do performances. This right here is what Swahili word is jabia, which is pretty much a water tank. This is an underground water tank. We use this to collect our rainwater. So on the roof of each structure, you notice roofs are slanted. have drainage pipes. So all of those drainage pipes, when the rain comes, the rain drains through the pipes and filters into the water tank. During rainy season, which is about 3 months, we get heavy rain almost every day. So this tank fills up pretty quickly. This water sustains us for the year, supposedly. I've been doing a lot of construction over the last couple of years, so construction consumes a lot of water. But essentially, this is the water that sustains us, and it's natural rainwater. Just a little glimpse inside here. So you can see it's pretty deep. It is at least 12 to 14 feet in height. So it's a lot of water. This is an aerial view of half of the plot here. See on the roof we have our solar panels. Over there, solar panels. This right here, these are palm leaves. They're called kuti, but they're basically palm leaves that many people on the island use for their roofs. Very water repellent and fairly inexpensive also. You can see around us. Here, this machine, this is a water generator. Another investment that I made 3 years ago. This is a machine that converts the air into fresh drinking water, sort of how a air conditioner condenses the air into water. This is the same process here, just on a larger scale. It produces natural drinking water. This machine is supposed to put out 120 liters per day, but it has been down. Has some mechanical issues, and I haven't been able to use it. All right, so come on, let's finish the tour. All of this open space here. Again, it did not look like this when we first came. We had to clear all of this, remove dead trees, thorn bushes, everything to make it look like this. Even this sand here was not here. We had to take this from the beach and apply it on the ground. This side over here is still fairly undeveloped. I'm still, that would be the next project, to start building on this side. My vision now is to keep it a campground, but also convert it into a tiny home village. So that's my plan with this side, and for the undeveloped 2 acres on that side, I would like to build tiny homes. So come. With those tiny homes, of course, we can rent those out on Airbnb. These would be for people who want long-term accommodations or short-term accommodations. So for locals or visitors, that's the plan. Here we have these small structures. We call these bandas. Just simple structures. The first 3 that I built were initially for my staff and also for myself when I want to sleep here. So we moved from the tents into these structures. These first 3 are just soil and sticks. Soil that they mix with water, it turns into sort of like a clay substance, and they compact it in between the sticks to create, like a mud siding, if you will. I don't know the correct term for it, but that's behind the plaster. So we create the mud siding, and then we go over top of it with plaster, cement plaster. Here's a bonfire pit. So, because of our location, we don't have, like a trash removal system or anything like that. So most of our trash, we have to burn it. This is where it goes here. This was the first Banda that I built that is not with using mud clay. So this is 100% concrete blocks, plastered and painted. The door we built, everything we built. This inside here. It's just a simple room with a bed. Right now I'm using it for storage. It's just a simple room. Again, we can rent this space out for visitors who want to come and who want to just have a camping or a rustic experience in nature. So my plan is to continue building these, but to expand them into tiny homes. So I want these to be like a dual level 2-story Banda, which it would almost be like a loft. The bed will be elevated, and that would be the second story for the bed, and the downstairs would be like a living area, seating area. Like they can have couches, table, television, etc. So all natural, off-grid living. That's the aim for Shawari Land. The second Banda, this is the 5th Banda that we built. I've been doing a lot of construction, so excuse the mess. We've been storing our cement here. But this one was slightly bigger than the red one. And then the project which we started a few months ago, which is my house. This is gonna be my first house actually on the land. As you can see, this one is much bigger. We're about 90% complete. Right now they're just doing the plastering, the finishing, and we need to install the windows and doors. Let me show you the inside. It's just a simple house. Everything was designed by me, of course, and living room, sitting area here. We have television will be mounted on the wall. Our furniture set here, bar, up closer. Kitchen, sink, oven, stove top here for cooking. We have to install our cabinets at some point. And window, refrigerator, storage over here. This is the first floor. So this is our guest bedroom here. We have a wardrobe, and it's just a simple room. And the ceiling here, these are called bana. This is actually mangrove wood. This is the tree that is indigenous to this region and has been used for centuries. It's very durable and waterproof, so people prefer to use it because of its strength and its resilience. It's very good for construction and keeping the house strong. So, and it also looks nice when it's painted as well. So that's one thing I admired about this architecture here. And I wanted that to reflect in my home as well. Keep coming. This is the bathroom, guest bathroom. Shower, sink, toilet, simple. Let's go. Watch your step. So this is the master bedroom. Second floor. Here we have a bed, trying to have a clear view of the sunset. I'm sorry, sunrise. It's this way. So, wake up in the morning, we see the sunrise. Then, in the evening time, this way, we have the sunrise. This will be a glass sliding patio door here. This will be a glass patio door. So, wake up, open the sliding door, walk out to the balcony. We have all of this space for the balcony. You can put lounge chairs here. Anything we want. As you can see, we also use the Makuti roof. So this is the rooftop of the house. You can see we have the beautiful sunset. Here, and you get a 360 view of the entire island. So eventually we will create seating. This will be a seating area on the rooftop as well. And again, everything is solar, so we'll have our solar water heater here. So this is an aerial view of the compound. That's it. So here we created showers for our staff and for visitors. This water tank. So this water tank is connected. There's a pipe running from the underground water tank all the way back here to this tank. So people can take fresh water showers here. This is our dog house. Here was our attempt to do light scale farming. Many of the plants that we planted did not make it because of lack of water. The water that we collected during last rainy season, it was depleted because of construction of the house and many other things. So now we have to wait for next rainy season, 2026, to resume our farming. But yeah, we have many things planted here, from papaya to lemongrass, mango tree, banana trees. We have a baobab tree growing that I planted a couple of years ago. You know, that will take some time to grow. Onions, watermelon, so many different fruits and vegetables, greens. So the plan is to be totally self-sustainable and grow our own food. And again, which we were doing until our water supply was depleted. So we'll try again in 2026. We'll be planting and growing our own food, our own water, yeah, and living off the land. So this space is for everyone, all of our loved ones and friends. We welcome you all to come and visit. Next year we will have comfortable accommodations for you all to visit. Right now we're fundraising to get the money to complete construction of the house and also to continue building the tiny homes. And this is how we are able to sustain ourselves through farming, because once we resume our farming, not only do we eat the food ourselves, but we also supply food. We can also supply food to other community members and other hotels who also need the fruits and vegetables. So this is what we are doing. We would love for you all to come and visit us here in Lamu, Kenya. See it for yourself. Invest with us. The investment opportunities are here. Not even just for Shawari land with the tiny home village and self-sustainable living, but if you wanted to do your own thing and invest in a piece of land, the opportunity is here. Actually, even this plot next to me, I've been negotiating with the owner, trying to get it. He was willing to sell it, but it just wasn't in the budget. This is 2.5 acres right next to me. So, but yeah, come people. I would love to host you. Love to see you here and let you see firsthand what we're doing, what we have been building. Kenya is a beautiful place. Africa is a beautiful place. Africa is the future, and you just need to see it for yourself. Safest place I've ever been on this earth. So come see it, come visit.